Hello guys, welcome to Spectacular Sports, and today I'll be filling out my college football playoff predictions. So I know I haven't made that much shorts or long form videos in a while, but I've been paying a lot of attention to college football, watching just about every major game every week, and it's all led up to the playoffs, so I'll give you guys my predictions. So, starting off with James Madison at Oregon. I'm a Washington fan, so I don't like Oregon, but I'm going to keep this prediction unbiased and just know they're kind of going to stomp out James Madison. It's kind of sad this is the night game at 4:30, but or 4:30 Pacific time. But I think Oregon wins pretty handily. I'll give a score prediction. I'm gonna go with 45-24. So James Madison will put points on the board, but obviously not enough. And they advance to the Orange Bowl. So next up, we have this game, which was Friday night, Alabama-Oklahoma. I've gone back and forth so many times in this game, and my original pick for a while was Alabama, but I just feel like this team is so cold after they got blown out in the SEC championship, and a lot of people don't even think they should be in the playoffs, but I think they should. In Oklahoma, I mean, this team beat them a couple weeks ago, but their offense, ever since the Mateer injury, has been so bad. But this Oklahoma defense is like champion caliber, and I think that after such a long break the Sooners have, I think they might figure out some things on offense. I think they win this one in a 20-17 low-scoring game. But if Alabama wins, it wouldn't surprise me. But I do like Ty Simpson, but I don't know if he can win this one for the Crimson Tide, especially with some of his receivers playing bad this year, most like Ryan Williams, but Jeremy Bernard has been good. But I just think this Oklahoma defense is just too good. So moving on to this game, Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss, so that's the main storyline for the Rebels. But I just don't see a world where Tulane can pull off the upset here. Give me Ole Miss pretty comfortably. I'll go 34-17. And these teams actually played in the regular season in a non-conference, but Ole Miss won by 35. So I think they'll win, but I think it will be closer than the first game. So the last game, this game is the best game of the first round. It sucks that it's at 9 a.m. for Pacific time. Miami versus Texas A&M. I could definitely see both of these teams winning because they're both very talented. And I think Miami slightly is more talented, but I don't know. After their roadblock in the middle of the season, it's kind of it's a big deal that they were able to rally and make the playoff. But I don't know. I think A&M, even though I think they're the less talented team, they are the higher seed, and they do get a lot. They have a lot of time to rest and get ready for this game. Ever since their only loss of the year in the last week of the regular season to Texas, and I just don't trust Carson Beck in this big of a game. I think A&M wins, but if I'm wrong, I'm not too mad at myself. But I think Texas A&M wins that. Okay, moving on to the second round, we got the Orange Bowl, Oregon, Texas Tech. Now I really want Texas Tech to win here because I hate Oregon. Okay, maybe not that bad, but yeah. Well, also wait for this game. I got A&M. Let's say 30-27. But continuing back here, in the Orange Bowl, this is be a great game. Texas Tech is the best D-line in the country and an offense that they do have to kick a lot of field goals sometimes. But they're a pretty good offense. But I think Oregon's just the better team. I mean, it's hard to say, but I think Oregon wins. But I'm definitely cheering for Texas Tech. I'll take the Ducks 24-23. So this game, we got the Rose Bowl, Oklahoma, Indiana, and yeah, I think Oklahoma will barely escape in Alabama, and this offense, I think, just will kind of sputter, and I think Indiana wins this one pretty comfortably, 27-14, especially with Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cincinnati. This is a very team that no one really expected to be this high and this good. In the Sugar Bowl, we got Ole Miss versus Georgia. These teams actually played each other, which Georgia won 43-35. And I don't know, man. I just don't think that Ole Miss, without Lane Kiffin can put much pressure, and I think Georgia wins this one. Again, pretty comfortably, 31-17. And then we have the Cotton Bowl, A&M versus Ohio State. I just think that this is another pretty easy game to predict. You kind of just know Ohio State's going to win this one. If it was Miami, they'd give him more of a shot, but I think A&M wins. And Marcel Reed, I just don't think he has the dog in him to win these big games. Even with good outside receivers, this Ohio State defense is gonna just like feast. We'll go with the Buckeyes to win this one. Let's say 28-13. Okay, semifinals. Oregon, Indiana. Now, if I get a chance to pick against Oregon, I probably will. That's probably more realistic for Indiana beating than Texas Tech. And Mendoza is just one of the best players in college football, and he's the Heisman winner. And I think in the Peach Bowl, Indiana will win this one 34-24. And they beat them pretty handily in that first matchup. I think Oregon will come prepared with a good run game and good receivers for Dante Moore to throw to. But I think Indiana's just a better team, and I'm not going to overthink it. Okay, so who will meet them in the national championship? I think on paper these two teams are the best in the country, but obviously they're not. They have to be on the same side of the bracket because Ohio State lost the Big Ten championship. And I think by this point, Sane will find his rhythm in these big games with, the best receiving duo in the country by far with Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. And a suffocating defense. It's just hard for me to pick against Ohio State. But I'm really excited to watch this game if it does end up happening. I'll take Ohio State 31-28. But don't count out Gunnar Stockton and Georgia. This seems really good. Okay, so in the national championship, we have a rematch of the Big Ten championship, the 1 versus 2 seed, Indiana versus Ohio State. This is a very hard game to predict because both these teams are so good, obviously. But I think Ohio State will bring their A game with after they kind of maybe thought ahead of them in the Big Ten championship. But I think Ohio State will have their game plan ready, and they'll be looking to win their second straight national championship. And their offense has a way better game than they did the first time, and they don't mess up on the big mistakes like they did at the end of that game. I think Indiana will play just as good too, but I'm leaning with the Buckeyes, 27-24 to win it all. So yeah, guys, here's my 2025-2026 college football playoff predictions. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.